How do you effectively use ChatGPT to help you become more productive in your work? Today, I want to talk about an example where I had to create a new branding workshop. I wanted to freshen it up, give it a new spin, give it a new perspective, a new frame. I I want to do it in the not do it in the style, but I wanted to bring inspiration in from books I've been reading recently, especially by Seth Godin and Mark Schaefer. A lot of the stuff that they've been talking about around tribe, belonging, the purple cow, and these sort of elements and the power of community. And I want to bring all these elements into my new branding workshop. So I thought, why don't I see how ChatGPT can help me with this? So first, what I did was I just asked it to create a presentation on branding, to give me a general outline. And as with ChatGPT, often if you give it no context and you keep it vague, it gives you very blur response. So I then asked, I thought, hell, why don't I write my good friend Seth Godin over and ask him to give me a little bit of input how he would structure a presentation. So I put in create a presentation on branding delivered by Seth Godin. And so it scans all the information it holds in Seth Godin, his blog that he's been doing for 10 plus years, every single day, and all his books and things like that, and starts to put together a brand. And it's sort of got some key things that we know Seth talks about, like power of storytelling, the purple cow, and building tribes. I also wanted to kind of get into his mind and think about what are some of the examples he would use. I just needed to get past this blank page stage. So again, I just asked examples that Seth Godin would give of examples of successful branding campaigns from well-known companies. As you can see, it gives you different ones out here. Coca-Cola's Open Happiness campaign, which positions the brand as a source of joy and positivity. The campaign features the iconic Coca-Cola logo alongside the tagline, Open Happiness, and show people enjoying Coca-Cola in various settings. So it gives the examples and also peels out some of his thoughts around that brand that he shared. And then I thought, well, I better get my good friend Mark Schaefer over as well and see what he thinks about some of the examples around branding campaigns. And again, you can sort of see some of the elements that he did here. I actually took it a step further with Mark Schaefer. I thought, well, why don't I get him to create a presentation as well for me? So I asked, create a presentation on brand delivered by Mark Schaefer. And then, as you can see here, there's an element here, measuring the success of your branding efforts. Always a bit of a tricky one to do. How do you measure brand awareness? So I asked him to expand. How would Mark Schaefer, measure brand efforts? And then he kind of talks about brand awareness, engagement, sales, analyzing data and customer feedback, and those elements. I don't know if Mark would necessarily agree with this, but again, you're just getting a different perspective to help your creativity. So you're blending stuff that you read about from Mark Schaefer, stuff that you read about from Seth Godin, and your own experience of building brands and doing these things, and building that into the structure of your workshop. Well, I hope you found that helpful today, and I see you soon for another prompt. Thank you.